Hello all, welcome to this session. In this session, as part of Automation Framework Factory series, I am going to explain how to read the data from the CSV files. So let's get started. First of all, I'll show you how does a CSV file look like. So here on my desktop, as you can see, I have a CSV file with a name location. Okay, let me open that. It just looks like an Excel file, guys. Okay, it's a CSV file actually, but it looks like an Excel file. But how to read the data from this CSV file? This is the data I have and I want to read it. So fine. For that, let me practically demonstrate. I'll open this Eclipse IDE and there is a sample Maven project here having this pom.xml file. I'll open this pom.xml file. The first thing I'll do is inside this dependency tags, I'll add the dependency tags for OpenCSV. How to get the dependency tags for OpenCSV? Let me open any browser and search for mvnrepository.com. In this mvnrepository.com, I'll search for OpenCSV and you will get this OpenCSV. Just click on this, you'll be taken to the page. And here the latest version of this OpenCSV is 5.5.1. Click on this. Now here copy the Maven dependency tags for this OpenCSV and go here back to the project in the pom.xml file under the dependencies, paste it. This is the first step we have to do, guys. In order to read the data from the CSV files, we need this dependency tags. Okay, now save the project. Okay, and now close it. You see under the Maven, this OpenCSV jar file is available now. Fine. Next, what next? After you have the dependency tags for OpenCSV, right click on this src test Java and create a new class. I'll name that as a demo class and I'll select this public static void main code to be auto generated. Click on finish. Now here I'll remove this default comment and inside this main method I'll write the code which will read the data from the CSV file. Okay, so there is a predefined class in the OpenCSV, guys, that is CSV reader. We need to create an object for the CSV reader. CSV reader is equal to new CSV reader. Like this, you have to create an object for the CSV reader first. And you have to import this CSV reader from OpenCSV. Just now we added the dependency tags for the OpenCSV in the pom.xml file, right? From that library, you are importing the CSV reader predefined class. Done. This is the first step, guys. And this constructor cannot be empty. What's the reason? If you hover the mouse on the CSV reader, you will get a message saying that you should add the reader here, file reader. Okay, let me say new file reader. Okay, I'm providing the file reader here. Inside this file reader, I'll provide the double quotes and I have to provide the path of the CSV file here. Okay, now hold the mouse on file reader and import this file reader from Java. And here I need to provide the path of the CSV file. But in this project, I don't have any CSV file. The CSV file is there on my desktop. So I'll simply copy the CSV file from here. And here in this project, I'll create a folder. Say right click new folder. I'll say CSV files. Click on finish. Under this folder, I'll simply paste this, guys. Okay, I'll copy from here and paste there. Okay, so I'll just right click and paste it here. Okay, I didn't get it. Okay, it got it. Okay, I pasted the CSV file here, guys. Now I want to read the data from this particular CSV file. How to give the path here for the CSV file? Right click on the CSV file and say properties. And you just take from here to here. Okay, from till here is the project path anyhow. I'm taking from here to here. Copy this path and paste it here inside the file reader. That will be enough. Okay, and hold the mouse on file reader and say add throws declaration for now. So this is a step we have to create, guys. Now the next thing that you have to know about this OpenCSV is that apart from the CSV reader, this CSV reader predefined class has a predefined method or function known as read next. Okay, we are going to use this read next. First, I'll demonstrate how the read next works. Okay, so for that, I'll take this object reference reader dot. What's the method, guys? Read next. Okay, it's a predefined method of the CSV reader and it's returning what? String array. Okay, this read next is returning what? Over the mouse, add throws. Over the mouse on read next, you'll see that it is returning string array. So here I'll say string array str is equal to, okay, string array str is equal to. Now if I have to print this string array, Why it's saying string array? Because guys, in this, for example, in this particular CSV file, okay, for example, the read next will only read this first row. Okay, how many strings are there? One. Name is one thing and place is one thing. Okay, name and place will go into the string array. If I have to print that name and place, what I have to do? I can use for each loop for string s:\str. Okay, this is the string array for s:\str. Here I will say system.out. Instead of println, I will be using print, and here I will be printing the s, and I'll give some space. Okay, between each and every string, I would like to give some space. Okay, now if I run this code, only the first row will be printed, guys, because read next will only read the first row from that CSV file. Okay, I'll tell you how to read all the rows from the CSV file. For now, this read next will only read the first row. What is the first row? Name and location headings in that CSV file. Run it. In the output, you will get only the name and place. You are not getting the data, right? Remaining row data is not coming. But how to get the remaining row data? For that, guys, we have to implement a loop. So what I will do here is, here I'll put this for loop inside a while loop. Okay, while this part, okay, I'll remove from here. While reader.read next is not equal to null. Okay, while reader.read next is not equal to null, then continue this while loop. Okay, then you have to continue this while loop. But there is a problem. Okay, so here we are saying string s:\str, but str is not there here, right? We have to assign this value before comparing this reader.read next is equal to null. We have to assign this str is equal to reader.read next. Okay, we are storing also. Okay, that particular row. Okay, that particular row will be printed here. While it is not null, you have to continue the iterations. Okay, every row will be read, guys. Okay, this is the logic. Okay, so you are saving reader.read next. Okay, in the first, what will happen here? Read next will read the first row. Okay, it will read the first row and will store into the string array. Since it is not equal to null, we'll go inside the while loop, and for loop will print the name and place. After that, in the second iteration, again it will check reader.read next. Now second row, is it null? No. So it will store this Vijay and Delhi into the str now, and that str we are iterating in the for loop. Again, Vijay Delhi will be printed. The next row, like this: Ramesh Bangalore, Kishore Pune, Mahesh Rajasthan, Sumit Maharashtra. And after that, when read next will go here, okay, it is null. So it will come out of the while loop. This is what is the logic, guys, simple logic. So there is one more thing I'll tell you. Let me run this, and after that I'll write one more extra line. So when you run this, guys, you see all the data is getting printed in a single line, right? But I want the data to be printed like this. What I have to do? After this for loop, just write down system.out.println. That's it. Don't do anything. Don't print anything. Just println. You are going to the new line at the end of every row. Now run this code. Right click, run as Java application. You see, name place Vijay Delhi, Ramesh Bangalore, Kishore Pune, Mahesh Rajasthan, Sumit Maharashtra got printed. Fine. So this is how, guys, we can read the data from the CSV file. So that's it, guys. See you in the next session. Thank you. Bye.